is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, November is here, and I'm actually legitimately excited about it. What do I say actually? I think last month was good too. And speaking of which, I took Yara Flora and Nubia 7011. So the Yara Flora video will probably come out in a couple weeks, and then the Nubia I'm sure still trying to decide, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. But in any case, I'm gonna go over November right now. Now, as you guys may have noticed, I've been gone for a week, so nothing to worry about. However, what I will say is that I got impatient. Usually I try to read these like fresh and with open eyes and go at it. However, seeing as how it's like November 2nd when I'm actually recording this, I didn't. So I just went ahead and read everything. So I'm gonna try to make this a quick video. Although there is a lot of information in here, I'm very happy with what they're doing, especially for Rayner, who I am not really that familiar with, but just because of the uproar that came from the community when he became Parallax, I was like, so what's up with this guy? Why is everybody so upset about it? So I'm glad they did something to, kind of quail that. So in any case, before we get started, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Marvel Future Revolution videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So please please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Now, as we get into November. November is almost here. No, it's here. It's November 2nd. In DC Legends with Rayner, White Lantern, Necron, Lord of the Unliving, Reworked, Nightwing and Supergirl. We know who won that competition, and Superman. Now, here's the thing. Because the reworks have already gone live, I've already played with Nightwing, Supergirl, and Superman all a little bit. Superman a lot, actually. I'm kind of impressed with where he is right now. Is he a world beater? No, but at least he's decent and actually above average, and you can actually play with him now. Wow, that was really aggressive. Why was that so aggressive? I'm not even that big of a Superman fan. Anyway, and Nightwing seems to be a beast all of his own, but that's Supergirl, meh. I haven't had much time to play with her though. So I'm getting ahead of myself. All right, so here we go. Trying to be relatively fast on this one. So, Rayner, White Lantern, after attempting and failing to contain the power of the 7 Lantern cores, Rayner traveled the universe with the help of Carol Ferris to become a self-made White Lantern. I was going to ask how he became a White Lantern. That was that seems like it would be because I read The Blackest Night, that whole thing. So, and I didn't remember him ever becoming a White Lantern. So I'm wondering how that actually happened. Anyway, so. Superpowers, 1 shot, special damage, and apply 4 int downs on a single target. That seems very anti-Spectre. Legendary, 75% chance to apply buff immunity to 1 target on the, to apply one turn buff immunity on the target. All right, that's okay. I mean, the int downs are nice to have, but yeah. And that'll increase his damage with that A1 as he gives those int downs, so. Valiant cover. Apply damage immunity and purge 3 buffs on all allies. Ooh. Additionally gain 3 awareness. Legendary. Also apply debuff immunity on 2 turns on primary target. That's pretty boss for a support. That's really damage immunity for 1 turn, which is nice to have, and purge 3 buffs on the allies. That's really nice. That's really, really nice. I like that a lot. Heavy special damage and apply 4 speed downs on a single target. Legendary also apply buff immunity. I mean, that's okay as well. I mean, the most impressive thing so far has been his A2. His A1, it's nice, but Star Sapphire does it better, and she's farmable. And then heavy damage with the 4 speed downs. The reason why I'm kind of hesitant on that one is because if it's heavy damage, hopefully it's heavy enough damage to kill the target, so then the speed downs don't matter. But that's me being kind of picky at the moment. So anyway, crossover. Call assist on a random enemy at the end of each of his turns. Legendary, 70% chance to apply death immunity on a random ally. That's the thing I don't like, and I had this when I was trying to go through, do you remember if Yara Flora or Nubia's kit? When they do it on a random ally, I mean, it's good, better than nothing. That's not a legendary point I'm gonna jump after, just like with those other two that I was mentioning. That'll probably be like the last one I would take, just because on a random, I want to be able to control it. Randomly is good, but if they had said like apply death immunity on a random ally that's below 50% health or something like that, then yeah, I'm down for it. But not just a random ally, I'm not a huge fan. Then, retcon, sure. If an ally is affected by turn meter, apply 35% turn meter up. Legendary, also reduce cooldown by 1 turn on Valiant cover. That's actually pretty. I like that. That's turned this kid around for me. Like at first, I thought it was just like average, one of those that's going to be good to bring out every once in a while if you're early to mid game. Probably very very solid. A lot for you to invest in as a support tune. That turn meter down. They are really hammering the hell out of Black Flash. They are definitely making sure he's not king anymore. No, I like that. Man, that's actually really really big. That's really big. I think it's really big. So I mean, if I had to guess, I would still say he's like a B plus tier. Like I'll probably like ring him out. Not ring him out, sorry. I'll probably like level him up to 70-11. And then maybe let him ride my bench for a little bit just to, and bring him in for special situations, special niche situations. Actually, I wanted to do a top 5, top 10 niche characters because I had the feeling as well, like I was too harsh on Jace Fox and maybe even on Steel and Eradicator. I haven't done anything on Eradicator yet, but I did take him 70-11. He's a lot of fun to play with. So is Yara Floor, now that I'm mentioning it. And I think I might do a top 10 like niche characters in the game. But anyway, I think he'd be kind of niche or situational where you could bring him along. In any case, Necron, Lord of the Unliving. Now, a lot of people wanted Necron to be in the game because he wasn't playable, and this would mean officially like every character in the game is playable except for Trigon until they do that in about a year, I'm assuming. Necron is the Lord of the Unliving, one of the most powerful forces in the universe, able to summon the dead to serve him towards whatever ends he might seek. A taste of death, special damage to a single enemy. Transfer 3 debuffs from Necron to the target. Legendary 50%. Apply 50% extra damage if the target has Doom. I saw this, and here's the thing. I mean, I read these kits, but like a little while ago, so aside from Superman and me wanting to reread those just to be on the safe side that I'm using them correctly, I mean, I guess I am taking this like kind of a fresh eye, but the thought that I had first was extra damage on somebody that has Doom. Doesn't that make Doom not necessarily worth having? Because, well, okay, that may not be fair. That may not be fair. My thought process here is if they have Doom, hopefully Doom will kill them soon enough anyway. However, that's not also accounting for people who purge and heal, remove debuffs and stuff like that. So that may not be a fair assessment. Plus, Doom does take 4 turns. So if you can apply extra damage every time that person has Doom, then the Doom is serving to help you do more damage, even if it doesn't make it to actually, doing its thing. So maybe I'm being a bit harsh. I might be being a bit harsh on that ability. Dark Lightning Protection. Apply a medium overheal to all allies and apply death immunity for 1 turn to primary target. Legendary. Also, Necron gains 3 int ups. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me go ahead. No, I'll just keep going. Fatal Typhoon. Heavy special damage to all enemies. I really want to know what that damage looks like. I really, really do. And 75% chance to apply Doom to all enemies. Oh, that's where that comes in. If you're applying Doom to everybody, here's the only problem. Like, Green Lantern and Terra are still out there. And there are some, like I'll just keep saying, Yara Flora, who has abilities. There was someone else who just had it recently, and I cannot remember. Please forgive. Who, when they, it was Dr. Poison. When they attack with their debuffs will ignore immunities. This would have been too much, I'm sure, but it would have been awesome if it was a 75% chance to apply Doom that ignores immunities. Also apply heal immunity on the primary target. All right, so, I mean, not bad. I mean, seeing that A3 makes sense for his A1. So that way you don't even have to be specific about it, because the only other ones I was thinking about with Doom, they all do it with just 1 enemy. So if you do it to all, And then you're able to attack with your A1, maybe run him under a dark side where he's getting out of turn hits. Then that A1 can become more devastating. And if the Doom is still sitting there, if they don't get a chance to purge it, you might be able to do your damage. And then even if you can't take out the characters or all the characters before their turn, then you can still like hurt them a bit, like hurt them a good bit. So, okay. Reanimation at the start of every teammate's turn. If that teammate is below 50% health, 75% chance to apply death immunity. Me like. On that teammate, legendary also apply Doom on a random enemy. That'll probably be my last legendary point. If you haven't noticed, I do not like randomness. This is why I'm also not a fan of Two-Face. Embodiment of Death. Every time an enemy dies, Necron gains 5 int ups. Each time an ally dies, Necron applies 35% shield to all allies. So if an enemy dies, he gets 5 int ups. If an ally dies, everyone gets 35% shield. Legendary, if any character dies, Necron uses a taste of death on a random enemy. That might be my first one. I know I said I didn't like random, but when it's a random attack, I'm okay with it. I mean, and actually somebody asked me for this before. Let's see, HP wise and agility wise, it looks like, sorry, going back to Rayner White Lantern, it looks like, I mean, he's just like 2,000, if that. His HP level is right at Clayface and Barda and Grundy, which are I would say, in my opinion, the best taunters in the game, just because they have such a deep HP pool. Not just because, but they have a deep HP pool. So he's going to be on that level of hard to kill, not as a taunter. Purging debuffs from all allies, giving himself damage immunity. Yo, I might have been wrong, and I didn't even. Okay, damn, I might have been wrong on that one. In terms of legendary order, the way that I would go about it, debuff immunity on a primary target, no. Also, debuff immunity, or the buff immunity, nope. I would lean towards going with his A1 first. Debuff immunity and buff immunity. I mean, I don't like the random, so the random is going to be last. Affected by turn meter. That's not around as much anymore, but it's more useful than the random death immunity, random ally. Leaning towards, I mean, offensively or defensively, however you want to put it. If you're looking for more support, then I would say put the debuff immunity on a primary target goes first. And then the 3, so I would say 1, 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. If you're looking for more of an attack, not so much a support, but more of a debuffer, then I would go the 1, the 3, then the 5, 2, 4. That's how it would go, depending on what you want to do. With Necron, I would probably go with, seeing how he applies that Doom from the get-go, I'm leaning towards doing the A1 first again. That's, okay. A1. The debate right now is also as a debuffer or as a damage dealer. The damage dealer, if you're headed for the damage dealer, like build for him, I would go for the A2 first, then the A. No, A1, A2, because you're gonna apply Doom to all the enemies, maybe. If there's no debuff immunity, so I'm going to go with the A1, A2. Then I would give the A through. Ooh. Damn. Sorry. Because I just realized that taste of death. All right, let me just go default as fast as I possibly can. I'm leaning towards it being the A1, the P2, A5, then the A2. Then the A3, then the P1, A4. It's that or the A1, A2, A3, P2, then the A3, P1, A4. That would probably be my legendary order for them. Now, So now, sorry for that cut. Now, moving on down to Nightwing, trying to speed up a little bit. After being trained to be the first Robin, the adult Dick Grayson now steps out of his mentor's shadow as Nightwing. The best Robin slash Robin breakoff. Tumbling combo. Damage to an enemy, 70% chance to apply invisibility to 3 teammates. Okay. Gain 3 evasion ups and 1 awareness. Apply 1 awareness to a random enemy with evasion. That's the legendary point. Now, here's the thing. I really believe that now, whether Nightwing is good or not, because I played with them a little bit, and I already like allocated the legendary points, and I regretted it immediately because I think I did it wrong. But then I kept looking at the kit, and I really truly believe like in order for him to be the best that he can be, the most viable that he's gonna be, you're gonna have to take him out 5. His kit, his legendary points work with each other very, very well. Maybe L4. You might be able to stop at L4 now. I look at the A2. But let me go ahead and read through the kit. Yeah, I think he might be a L4 character. And actually going back up to the top, I think that Rayner is going to be good at, L2. You can get away with a lot of this stuff at L2, L3. And then Necron, I would say L3 would be his like viable spot. You can get away with L2. You can get away with L2 depending on if you want to build for the debuffing or for the damage dealing. But I would say L2, L3 for him, and then L2, L3. I would try to get Rayner to L3. I think that's probably going to be a sweet spot. And then I think Nightwing is L5. He's going to be the best at L5. And what I mean by that, to give a quick explanation, is what I mean by the best. You would assume that all of them are going to be the best at L5 because they have all their abilities. Fair enough. However, when it comes to some of this, like I'm going to apply random death immunity to an ally, that's great, but that isn't going to make the biggest difference in the world. It'll help out, and it'll be some situations where that'll come in, and you'll be like, yes, great, I'm glad I had that. But you're going to be more than happy with L3, and then you may want to save like your purple essence or whatever for like another character. So to me, that's what I mean by like viable / sweet spot. If you want to take them higher up, then of course they're going to be quote unquote better. However, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze in terms of using purple essence to take, Necron to L4. It might just be better to save those 25,000 purple essence and use it on somebody else and leave him at L3. All right, so that's what I mean by that. Now, A2, electrified scream. I never know how to say that word. I apologize. Damage to all enemies. Gain 6 agility ups. Gain debuff immunity. Apply stun to primary target. Nightwing, for him having a leadership ability, is a very selfish character in this game. The Flying Grayson, heavy damage and call assist on an enemy. By selfish too, I mean like he's only buffing himself. And like he gives himself 1 awareness, 3 evasion ups. I mean, he does give out some invisibility. Okay. Maybe I'm being mean to Mr. Grayson. All right, Flying Grayson, heavy damage and call assist to an enemy. 50% chance to call a second assist, which we love. Also gain damage immunity. Legendary, apply 2 awareness to assisting teammates. So that means there's a good chance that you give, well, hell, if you call them to assist twice, you get 4 awareness to somebody or 2 to 2. So awesome. Trapeze Artist. Nightwing has 85% increased defense while he has evasion up. Like this makes him hard as hell to kill, I think. Start battle with 3 evasion ups and 3 awarenesses. Also, what? Then tag team fighter, 70% chance to use tumbling combo on a random enemy at the end of every ally's turn if any ally is invisible, which is where I have this regret. Legendary, at the start of the battle, all teammates gain invisibility. I did not take his A5 P2. I'm wishing that I had, because that would bring the call assist more. However, if you're wanting to do something with the legendary points, Clayface, who is still in the PvP shop. By the way, somebody brought this up. If the tune is in the PvP shop, I don't count that as farmable because those change. And if somebody's watching this video 6 months later, the characters in the PvP shop may have changed. So, in any case, at the start of battle, I would like all my teammates to have invisibility because it just activates his kit. And somebody not called me out. I asked legitimately on Reddit why somebody would want to try to give invisibility to everybody on their team, because if everybody's invisible, then nobody's invisible. However, they brought up a very good point, which is similar to this. Some kits activate based on a teammate or themselves being invisible. That's one of the things I'm going to start working with now. Quite frankly, I've been using Superman a lot lately, so I haven't really gotten into Nightwing as much as I should. I ran some Nightwing matches today and used Clayface to give that invisibility to spark off this ability now. But this is also why I'm going to take him L4 and maybe even I might have him L4 right now and then take him L5 because I need that ability. All of the things in his kit are, in terms of legendary stuff, is basically I want it. I want to be able to stun and give that debuff immunity. I want to be able to gain damage, to have apply 2 awareness to assisting teammates. I want to have the start battle with 3 evasion ups and 3 awarenesses. I want everybody to start with invisibility. So, like, to me, he is an L5 tune if you really want to use him. I would say, depending on how you want to do it, if you want him to like do some damage, then I would lean towards taking the A5, the one I didn't choose, A5 P1 first. Then I would go with the A4 P1 because I like having that evasion ups and 3 awareness ups. It just makes him harder to kill, harder to take out. And then apply 2 awareness to assisting teammates. That's good. Gain debuff immunity plus stun to primary target. I mean, maybe that's the last one. I mean, I would say the A2 is the one you save for last, but everything else, I guess I'll go A5, A4, A1. Boy. A5, A4, A3, A1, A2. Maybe. You guys can shuffle that up because I'm not sure that's even the order that I would want to do. Like that's all of his legendary points I want. I want all of his legendary points, but now I'm having to wonder, is Nightwing worth putting 100k purple essence into? That's my question. Kara Zor-El has all the awesome powers of her other Kryptonian cousin Superman, but with the impulsivity and uncertainties of a teenager. Sure. Heat Vision Sweep, heavy damage. Not that I saw. And apply 3 crit damage downs to all enemies. Strike again if one enemy has 1 or more crit damage down. Strength of Hope. Now I've played with Supergirl a little bit, but again, not that much. Like literally like a couple matches today. So I want to try more. She didn't really impress me that much. Nightwing, I was shocked at how good he was. Not saying that he's great, but I was surprised at how good he was. Supergirl, I'm gonna have to do more to give an evaluation, but I'm not really jumping up and down for. Apply 5 affinity resistance ups to all allies and 35% turn meter up. That's what we like to see, is the turn meter up. You can keep the affinity resistance ups. Legendary, apply death immunity 2 turns to a random ally. Boulder Slam, damage to all enemies, plus 100% damage if an ally is below 50% health. Great for an ability that doesn't hit that hard. Apply 7 crit damage downs to all enemies. Save the day every time an ally receives damage. Supergirl, whatever. Every time an ally receives damage, Supergirl has an 80% chance to gain 3 stamina ups. Legendary, if an ally receives crit damage, use Strength of Hope. That one I do like. House of L, all enemies minus 40% crit damage, which I do like if you're going up against like Owlman or Stargirl or Superwoman, I guess also has that, or there was Wonder Woman, Coda, sure. Legendary, at the start of each ally turn, 70% chance to grant 1 agility up. I guess. Although I could put her on like my go second tank team. That's just, I want to make it impossible to kill, which would have like, we could, well, no, because if I'm running Aquaman at lead, then there's no need to reduce the crit damage by 40% because they can't crit on you. Sure. That's kind of like, I don't know. Her kit just seems blah at best and dumb as hell at worst. So Superman. Super strength. Wait, super strength actually hits pretty hard now. Damage to an enemy. Strikes again if Superman has no debuffs. Legendary. 75% chance to stun, which it seems like it doesn't do it all the time, but it does seem to do it fairly enough. Heat vision, heavy damage. And that is heavy damage. He hits hard now, and I'm very much a fan of it. And 10% true damage to an enemy. Can't miss. Legendary. Always apply buff immunity and heal immunity. Then we go on to the Kryptonian physiology. Gain 3 taunts, 3 death immunities, 3 strength ups. Legendary, 50% chance to use super strength on a random enemy. Is that? Oh, I think that's why that might be happening. I'm about to double check that. Impervious. Superman has 85% chance to purge all debuffs from himself at the beginning of each of his turns, which happens. Also gain 10% of the true heal. True 10% overheal. True overheal. Now this is the thing, he had that before as basically he would purge 1 buff for every enemy turn, but when you have people like Riddler and Black Mask out there just causing havoc, that's purging 8 buffs, that's not doing anything. 8 debuffs, and that's not doing anything. I'll take the hit. 75% chance to use Kryptonian physiology and gain damage immunity when an ally receives damage. Oh, that's the change. Legendary, use Kryptonian physiology at the start of the battle. So now he's a turn 0 taunter, which is great. That's the change I did not notice. Because the thing that it was before was that it's a 100% chance to use Kryptonian physiology if an ally receives critical damage. And I was still thinking that critical damage was part of it, but it's just if any ally receives any damage, 75, they really love that 75% chance thing. And I think that's actually a pretty good, fair way to balance it. 75% chance tends to be good. When an ally receives damage, period. That's boss. I'm loving that. That's why he's doing it so much. I'm really enjoying playing with Superman at the moment, honestly. Is he the best lead? Best green lead? I would hesitate to say that. I might put him in my top 5 though. Like right now, I'm just thinking about Martian Manhunter, Lex. I mean, Brainiac could be up there, but Brainiac does just as well on off lead, so I'm kind of not putting him in that category. I mean, Superman. I've liked playing with him. I'm going to do a video. I should probably reserve judgment for that video, but so far he's been fun to play with. Now, moving on, PvP completion. Atrocitus, the first Red Lantern. He can be fun. Atrocitus can be a lot of fun. You can make some creative teams with that, so he could be fun. The Wraith rewards are Nightwing. I'll do a video on Nightwing. I'll probably release that next week just so you guys have it. Batman Who Laughs. I still have not leveled him up at all, and I rarely see him in PvP. Is he decent even a little bit? Supergirl, I'll do a video for her on the, maybe the 15th or 22nd. Let me ask you guys this question. When I release these videos, I do try to put them in line with the characters that are coming out or the characters who are rewards for that week or whatever. Does it make more sense for me to give you the review of the character before they're the reward? Meaning, like, it's kind of too late now. Maybe I could do it for Wednesday. But should I do the Nightwing video on November 1st? Or should I do it on November 8th? Meaning, before you receive the frags, then you already know how hard you should go at them. Or November 8th, you have the frags, and now you want to know if you should invest in them or not. Which one do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah, Lara Flora, I'll do a video on her around that time, and then Aqualad, I'll do a video on him as well. So the only one I won't do a video on is Batman Who Laughs, because I am not taking him 70-11 at all. For November, the 2 showdown tournaments, Sinestro Yellow Lantern. Why do they always make Sinestro Yellow Lantern one of these damn showdown tournaments? Nobody likes him. And there's probably people who do like it, but you guys don't matter. I'm joking. That was really harsh to say. But if you like Yellow Lantern Sinestro, man, you might be a herb. The board clear is Indigo 1, so let's stack useless on top of useless. I mean, again, as I always say, collect those frags, because I would have said how useless Superman was 2 weeks ago. Now he's pretty damn useful. So, who knows, Sinestro might get a rework, Indigo 1 might get a rework. So collect those frags, but don't invest in them right now. Then you have the female blitz and the physical blitz. That's all right. I got my ladies up and ready. Then you have the Necron is the Siege tune. Let's see, Supergirl, Nightwing, Amazo. I would say invest in Swamp Thing if you haven't. If you're early to mid game, he is a solid early to mid game tune. So if you want to do well in Siege and have a tune that you're not just going to waste your resources on, Swamp Thing, I would say so. Cyborg Superman, I might take him 70-11 myself. I've been using him as like kind of like a slow build just whenever I need it. So I haven't really done that work. Lobo, definitely invest in him if you haven't already. Amazo, I've heard that he's good from commenters, but I'm not convinced. I have not done any work on him. And then Nightwing, I would say work on Supergirl. I'm reserving judgment for the moment. Rayner, of course, is a PvP tune. Aquaman, get those frags, get those frags, get those frags. Aquaman might be my favorite in the game, not because I even play with him, but because he changed up PvP and Black Flash is no longer king. And actually, Jace Fox is boss in that situation too. When you run them together, it's pretty good. Anyway, and then Kilowog, heavily underrated. The biggest problem with Kilowog is keeping him alive, but he is an awesome tune. I love him. I think he's A tier. Like he stuns on his A3, which is a turn meter reduction AOE. He gives empowered strength up. He gives empowered strength up when someone receives a critical shot. He runs great with Superman. He runs great against Azrael so long as there's not debuff immunity. Like I really love Kilowog. And I'm gonna do a video on Kilowog, I guess November 27th. I got a lot of reviews coming up. Damn. So there's that. And then the raid is already over with all the errors and everything. I was gonna go for top 500, and then I realized why would I do that? And then I got the Starfire skin because I'm a moron and I'm a fan of Starfire, and that skin is gross. So in any case, and then the old skins return, whatever. And there's supposed to be some special event for the 5-year anniversary, but we'll get into that another time. I'm not gonna get into it now. I'm gonna go ahead, call this a video. And actually, you know what? No, before I do that, because I did not prepare this beforehand, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this now because I really want to go through the mailbag. For those in the tournament, I'm glad you mentioned that. For those in the tournament, from Walter Rayburn, can you link where to turn in the kits? Now, I have messaging on Reddit, on Discord, but I will also create a link for you guys down below, or, you know, I probably shouldn't put an email there. I'll give you guys a link down below where you can submit your kits. Then Cloud Gamer started playing again. I hope the game won't shut down anytime soon. I started spending LOL. Feel you. I don't think the game is going to end anytime soon. I think that there's at least one more year of it. It's been around for 5 years, and they are still growing, and there's solid gains. There's a website where I check for the earnings of games. I got this actually from Ash, who does Raid Shadow Legends videos. Awesome content creator. And so I've been checking. I checked DCL on it, and it seems like it's doing. If they were happy with the earnings that were happening before, then they're going to be happy or content with it now, as long as they don't have to increase their revenue in terms of like salaries and stuff. And those two were on the Ultimate Kit Challenge video, and then this one coming from Arsen Piragibe. I apologize for messing up your name because I know I did. Why revenge matches? Why is it so important? I'm always ignoring it and just go to the battles that I can win and reset all of things when it start to being more hard. Okay, so I'll get into this and then I'll call it a video. Revenge matches don't mean a damn thing in Wraith, okay? Leave it alone. For Siege, it's important because you're trying to gain points, extra points, towards the character who is at Siege reward. And in those revenge matches, if you are able to use 2 or more of the bonus tunes, then it would be worth it to do the revenge matches. However, if you are not able to, then don't even bother worrying about those revenge matches if you can't use at least 2 bonus tunes. Now, when it goes to Wraith and when it comes to the resetting all the things, or resetting the whole board, I can agree and disagree. This is hard for me because I don't know what level you're at. I don't know if you're mid-game, early game, whatever. So I'm just going to give you like kind of general advice. I always try to clear my board from early to late game. Always try to clear your board. However, there is a point of like diminishing returns if you're having to put in like 50 PvP energy just so you can try to clear the board is not worth it. I don't care who the fragments are down there below. But here's the other thing too. With some of the things like, for example, Atrocitus, and last week was Donna Troy. With Donna Troy, I was trying to clear every single board because I wanted to rebirth her. I took her RB1 based on the board clears from last month. This one, Atrocitus, I'm going to go for his frags. I'm going to get enough frags to try to take him L5, but that's the goal. That's the plan. But I am not as invested as going after Atrocitus frags as, say, I was with Donna Troy. This is gonna have to do. And in fact, to give like a more practical example, I'm gonna try to go back up here to where the PvP rewards are for each individual week. So this is the calculation that I do in my head. Let's say it is the Nightwing week, and I have enough frags to take Nightwing L2, but I really want to take him L3. And if I complete this, if I get, top 1,000, I'll be able to take him L3. I'm trying to talk from the perspective of a mid-game player right now. If that is the case, what I'm going to do is, as opposed to the frags that are available, let's say these are these Atrocitus frags, I am going to be sure that I can complete all the boards and try as hard as I can not to lose any characters so I get as many points as possible. But this also means when I get to a team and I've gone at it 2, maybe 3 times and I'm not able to get past it, I am going to reset the board because I don't want to lose that many points and then knock myself out of getting in the top 1,000 for Nightwing, seeing as how he will be the reward at the end of the week. And I don't care about the board clear frags nearly as much as I care about Nightwing. Now, let's bump it on down one to Supergirl, okay? Supergirl, she might be good, so let's just say Batman Who Laughs. Batman Who Laughs is Batman Who Laughs week. And Donna Troy is the reward for the board clear. I don't give a damn about Batman Who Laughs, like from my personal perspective in this scenario. I don't give a damn about Batman Who Laughs. I give a damn about the Donna Troy. So that means that I can literally burn that week in terms of what I'm doing for PvP energy because I want to be sure to clear my board every single time so I can always get those frags. Point of emphasis though is that at a certain point there is still a diminishing return. So long as you're not putting any gems into buying PvP energy to be sure to clear that board, then use all the free PvP energy you can to try to clear it. But you have to weigh your time versus the investment. Now with the board clears, you will have a month to do that to collect as many frags as possible, but you don't want to miss out on too many opportunities. And if you are stuck on a team and you've been doing it, like you've done it 10 times, give up, reset the board, because now you've wasted 10 energy, and that 10 energy could have helped you clear a different board where you would have gotten those 7 frags, and you would have only had to pay 11 energy for it because you reset the board. So there is a balancing act that goes along with it. There are things that you have to consider that sounds like kind of ridiculous, but it is. If you want to play the game, it is what it is. So be careful and be mindful of what your actual main goal is. Be aware, end of this week is Nightwing and it's Atrocitus. I care more about stacking up those points so I can get as many Nightwings frags as I can. And Atrocitus, hell, I can make up for Atrocitus in the final 3 weeks of the month and it'll be fine. Or it's Supergirl, I don't give a damn about her. Let me make sure to clear this board. I don't care if I drop in that ranking a little bit. However, I'm also not going to be stupid and spend 20 PvP energy trying to beat one match because I could use that other 20 to clear boards and get more frags. I hope that made sense, but that is actually how I go through my thought process of what frags I'm going to pursue. If you're early to make game, get as many frags as you can from all the places that you can, but I do understand that there are going to be boards you can't clear, teams you can't get past, and so you're going to have to weigh your options. So, in any case, I'm going to stop right there. I think I've babbled on long enough. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.